this video, we will have a look at Android 12 Beta 3 ported from Pixel 3 XL for the Redmi Note 7, and let's see how does it perform. So with this update there is much more new and better animations. If you open notification panel, then the bounce of the notification is much more now. Then if you open and close a conversation widget, it will show a different animation. And if you open app, then it will go back to the app, so it is kinda different. It might be available in beta 2, but I am not sure as I didn't try it. Also now you can see a grid behind the icon if you move any app on desktop from app drawer to desktop or any app on desktop. Also the pop-up menu have a better animation, and now the force stop, open and uninstall button is rounded. So now under system navigation settings, you will find swipe to invoke assistant, which can enable or disable swipe up from bottom corner to use assistant. And now one-handed mode shows some more information about how to enable it, and there are some other ways to enable it too. Under system settings, there is a new power menu where you can enable hold for assistant, and if you enable it, then you can use power button as to enable or use assistant. Password and account settings now shows Google saved password and autofill service. Privacy dashboard is now available under privacy settings, and you can also enable or disable camera or mic access from privacy settings. So now under wallpapers and style settings, you can see wallpaper colors and basic colors. Wallpaper colors can be picked from wallpapers and you can select them, and basic color is just a random color. And now there is themed icons, which can change icon on desktop only to an outline based, as you can see in this, and then the color of the icon will change according to the wallpaper or the selected one. Under battery settings, now you can find an option to enable battery percentage. And now you can see extra options available for notification access. If I tap Greenify, then you can see different types of subcategories, and if I scroll down to the bottom, it will show a message like this, and this might be a new feature of Android 12. And quick replies has been renamed to enhanced notification, and now you can see a pop-up like this after enabling. Under network and internet settings, there is adaptive connectivity, which can automatically change between Wi-Fi and mobile data. And now home controls quick toggle lets you select the Google Home app if the app is installed. Me poor, so I don't know what does it do. Also quick toggles for mic access and camera access is now available. Also there is a bug with this. If you tap cancel when the camera is blocked, then it will still run the camera. And if you try to enable or disable the camera access and try to do the same thing, it will be same. So this test is done with 100Hz and with stock kernel only, and Geekbench was crashing, so there is no result for that. So now let's find it out, is it better in gaming too?
Dead! Target.
Team!
Enemy down! Cover me! Run, boy, run.
Let's do this.
Help me! Dead!
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I need a weapon.
Clear! Enemy down!
I am the one,
Blue team is unstoppable!
First blood. Double kill. Triple kill.
So the gaming performance with this port is not that great, and I recorded this gameplay at 720p, and as you can see FPS stays around 40 and below that. There is a bit improvement without screen recording, but it is not that huge. It goes above 40 and 45 sometimes, and sometimes the game lags way too much and it reminds me of MIUI. DRM info shows L1 as a security level, but I'm not sure, and safety net does get passed after enabling Magisk Hide. Well, I didn't face any bugs while I was using it, but the UI lags sometimes when I'm using Telegram or something else. By the way, if you don't know, I have a Telegram group and channel as well, so make sure to follow them and join. Also, the gameplay is recorded after flashing Predator Stormbreaker 9.8 HMP kernel, and this port ROM is HMP, and sometimes the app gets crashed randomly. Maybe it is due to performance issues. Also, there is a good news that I changed my device battery, and from next video I will add battery test as well. So in the end, this port ROM is not that great for 3GB users, and I won't recommend you to flash this. Maybe 4GB users or higher one can enjoy this. Also, you don't need to enter password for entering into recovery, which is a good thing in this port ROM, because decrypting takes a lot of time and you can use SD card as well without any worries. Previously you had to use TWRP so that recovery works after flashing. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to share and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram.